Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Savannah.
And welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And most importantly, happy 1-year anniversary.
Yay! I don't know, half of me didn't think we were going to get this far, but I'm so glad we did.
No, I definitely did not think we were going to get this far. I cannot. And now it just kind of feels like a part of my regular life.
Right,
Like
I
that
know.
I've always done it. So weird. But yeah, happy year, guys. We've been doing this for a year.
Yeah.
Shout out
it's
to
crazy.
the real ones who've been listening the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Love y'all.
Or those who've, went back to the beginning
True.
and went through them
That's
all.
the effort. My mom still haven't even done that yet. And yes, I am calling you out, Mom. So eventually when you listen, you'll hear this.
I know, yeah, my mom too.
Literally.
Okay,
funny.
so we do have a pretty big announcement that you may have seen yesterday, but we have a new logo.
Yay, new logo. Guys, we've been holding on to this for so long. And I'm really bad at keeping secrets. So
Yeah.
I don't know how I haven't spelled it up to this point. I've wanted to change it since the day we got it.
I know.
I'm so
Me
excited.
too. We've been wanting to update everything because it's so much cleaner than the
If
one
you-
that I made
if you
originally.
guys don't know. Literally, I was going to say, if you don't know, Savannah actually made our logo, like the old one. So if you haven't seen it, it's on the Instagram. The old one will be there forever and always. But yeah, Savannah made that one. And it's so
Yeah.
cute. But it's been a year, so time to grow. And we had professionals make it this time, so yay.
Yeah. We went back to our favorite website, Fiverr.
Really shout out to them. They're really amazing.
Yeah, we got our little sound effects from Fiverr, and now we got this new artwork. It's
Yes.
amazing.
We love it. We do. And we also have something else. So it is actually already out when this episode is out. But we released a trailer for our podcast. And, should we have done that from day one? Yes. Did it take a
Probably.
year? Yes. But it's
See,
fine
I
because
feel
at least
like
we have it.
Yeah, I feel like we needed time to know what we were doing.
True.
And then it would come more naturally. So this one's good.
Can you imagine how awkward it would have been if we would have made it that first, before we ever
Oh, I
recorded?
know. Yeah.
Oh, if you also don't know, we had to re-record the first episode 3 times, you guys.
Yeah, we did.
We have never had to do that since then, knock on wood. It's been,
Yeah.
it's been a long journey to get here.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. It's been a whole year.
Okay, I just want to really throw myself back a year to think that I was sitting on the floor in my guest room with a comforter over my head recording. And now we're a little bit more professional than that. So,
I know.
yay to growth.
Yep, definitely.
That's so funny. But
In our trailer, we made it so it's the number 1 episode almost. So you might have to scroll all the way down, or on Spotify, it'll be at the top on that one. And we're also going to post something for that tomorrow. So look out for that.
yes, definitely go check out the gram and all other social medias this week because we're going to be popping off. And that's all I got to
Yeah.
say about that one.
We have to because it's our anniversary.
Exactly. Happy Anna birthday. I was going to say happy Anna birthday. That tells you where my
Right.
brain is today. Anyway, bestie, happy anniversary.
Yes, happy birthday to us.
It's what it is. It's our baby's birthday.
Yeah, it really is.
Anyways, please, if you don't mind, go rate and review us on Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Please.
Yes.
Please and thank you.
And I think we will probably make a little poll on
Yeah.
Spotify too. We've been doing those.
Yeah, they're
So
fun.
if you go on there, answer them. Because
Definitely.
we like looking at all the answers.
They're so funny. Yes. But I guess that's all the info we got. Well, at least I got for you this
Yep.
week.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, let's get into the stories because I'm excited.
Okay, so this week I have a haunted location.
Ooh, spooky.
It's a hotel.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the Hotel Monte Vista
Okay.
in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Solid. Never heard of her, but I
Okay.
am stoked.
Yeah, I hadn't either. I was like just looking through this list of haunted places, like haunted houses,
Yeah.
and I actually asked Adriana to pick one for me, so she picked this one.
Shout out to Adriana for picking
Yeah.
this episode.
Okay, so this hotel is supposedly the most haunted place in Arizona.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So that's pretty cool. It's like a 2-hour drive from Phoenix, so it's like out there. Like Phoenix, I feel like is one of the biggest cities.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't even know anywhere else in Arizona. Like, where else do you go?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess Flagstaff, because that's where this is.
Oh, yeah, Flagstaff.
Okay, so it was originally called the Community Hotel, because it was kind of like a community project, where like it was built entirely from public taxes and like a fundraising campaign. So it's kind of cool. Like the community came together to
Yeah, that's
like
super
pay
cool.
for this hotel. And it opened on New Year's Day of 1927.
Ooh, New Year's Day. New
Yeah, so
beginnings.
exactly. It's pretty old. It has 73 rooms. So I guess decent size. I don't know.
I feel like that's very little. Well, maybe not. I don't really know how many are normally on a floor.
Honestly, true. Like I don't go to hotels enough to know.
Yeah,
Like I don't know.
true.
And it's located along Route 66. So, you know, like that used to be a pretty hopping road.
Oh, yeah. The most hopping road.
Yeah, and it gives me like Cars vibes.
It's always cars, but life is a highway, baby.
Right. Like just imagine this hotel in Cars. Like I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know, it's like
picturing
the
it.
same area.
The whole movie, I'm seeing it all in my head.
Right.
Lightning McQueen goes to this haunted hotel.
Yeah, exactly. So as I said before, it used to be called the Community Hotel, which like that's not a very interesting name. So they had like
It's
a
like the worst
contest.
name they could have probably came up with. But
They're like, oh, it's a community project. It's the
okay, community.
Community Hotel.
That's me naming something. I'm so bad at naming things.
I mean, I don't know. So,
My cat's name is PP. PP Popo.
I mean, that's not his full name. His real name. That's his nickname.
True. Anyways, the competition.
Okay, so there was a competition to change the name of the hotel, and obviously Monte Vista won. It means mountain view, so that's really nice.
That name is more fitting.
And do you know who won? Was a 12-year-old.
No, no way.
Yeah, a 12-year-old girl put in that name.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
that's awesome. And it is actually now on the Register of Historic Places. So that's pretty cool. So like when it was first made, it was like, since it was like all contributed by the town, it was owned by the community pretty much. But now it does have like a private owner. And it was actually, back to that a little bit, it was one of the few American hotels that was like built as a community like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've never heard of that before.
I know.
Like a community building a hotel.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just because like they were starting to get a lot of tourism around and they're like, let's make a hotel.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like researching it a little bit more. It seems like more of a town center too. Because it has like a hotel lounge that people would go to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like, remember that house that I did? That
Yes, I
was
remember the
town
house that you
center?
did with the movie theater and the courtroom.
Yeah, I forget. What was that one called again? I
Don't know.
remember.
Don't know.
Somebody knows out there. Anyways, back to this one. There's some other fun facts about it. It has been restored somewhat recently. And Casablanca. Do you know that?
Casablanca, the
Was
movie.
it a movie?
Yeah.
It may have been filmed there, but like it's not. No one's sure, I guess.
Interesting.
There's no like definitive evidence that it was, but like all these places, all these articles that I read, they're like, well, maybe.
That's so weird that nobody knows. Like, is
Right.
everybody dead from the movie?
I mean, I guess somebody knows, but I mean, it's just not written out anywhere,
That's
or
so
they're
weird.
not allowed to disclose.
Oh, true. That's weird.
Yeah. And I looked at pictures of this hotel. It looks pretty nice. Probably just like it's not like a super fancy one, you
Mm-hmm.
know. The prices were pretty decent. I think like $100 a night,
Yeah.
which
That's
is
not
normal.
bad.
So, just a normal hotel. And over the years, some famous people have actually stayed there.
Ooh, who?
Some of these, I mean, they're all like older,
Old. Yeah, I
famous
forgot.
people. So like,
I'm not gonna know any
depends
of
on.
them.
Yeah, like I don't know. Some of these people I don't even know if you would know, but let's go through the list a little bit. John Wayne, the cowboy actor.
John Wayne. I know that Lady Gaga song. No, I know who John Wayne is.
Yeah. Okay, well him, Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The name sounds familiar.
he's the one who like he sings a lot of Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I saw a meme, actually, now that I think of it. It's like Mariah Carey runs Christmas, and somebody was like, no, actually, Ben Crosby, or whoever you just said, does.
Bing Crosby.
Bing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bing.
Interesting.
I wonder if that was like his birth name,
Yeah, I wonder.
Bing.
Welcome our second guest on the podcast, Bing.
Okay, anyways. President Harry Truman,
Oh, interesting.
he stayed there. And Michael J. Fox.
Oh. You said I wasn't going to know any of these people. I know all these people.
So, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you just,
True. No,
you
you're
don't,
very
so
right about that.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, there's probably many more, but those ones are the ones I picked out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, this random hotel in Arizona they all stayed at, so it's like, must have been pretty decent for
Yeah, I
those
mean,
people
it
to
must
want
have
to
been,
stay.
especially for a president.
Yeah, I know. So there was also a radio show hosted there.
What? Imagine hosting our podcast in a hotel.
Honestly, true. That'd be fun. But yeah, this was like the first year the hotel was open. It hosted this girl, Mary Costigan, her daily 3-hour radio show in room 105.
That's awesome.
And she was also like the first woman to be granted a radio broadcasting license.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Wow. Wait, what year was this again?
The first year they opened, 1927.
That's really sad. But shout out to her for being the first woman to do it.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come today.
Right. Like, we love that. It's very progressive.
It really is.
But she actually only got that position because she was like taking over for her brother.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
Wow.
she got her way in though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how, really.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that happened. And they opened during Prohibition. So obviously
no
they had to
drinks.
have a speakeasy.
Oh, of course.
Where they illegally sold alcohol. Because Prohibition was, I had to look it up because I was like, what is the time frame here?
Yeah, I had no idea.
It was January 1920 until December of 1933.
Oh, wow. 13 years.
Yeah. It's, I don't know.
I
It's
cannot
just, like,
imagine
crazy.
that now.
I know. It was like 100 years ago. It was illegal.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that's actually crazy.
I mean, it would be kind of cooler though if it was illegal and you just like
And you
go
had to go to
into these
speakeasies for real.
speakeasies.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
So yeah, they had those, and that was like sort of the one in town that everyone would go to, like in the hotel. And another weird thing, like this is a weird thing about the town, I guess. I don't really know why, but they had underground tunnels.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, like below the town, and they used it to transport goods. But they've also been used in more illegal ways.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's like little cutouts, I guess, in these tunnels, and some of the areas were used as like opium dens
Whoa.
and moonshine distilleries, gambling
That's wild.
areas. Yeah, smuggling alcohol and drugs to the Monte Vista.
Whoa.
So,
The tunnels in Flagstaff, man.
yeah, that's like just so crazy to me. Like I think like a few different towns I've heard of. Like I've heard of different towns having tunnels and stuff underground,
Yeah.
but it's just I don't know. I feel like it's just so creepy. I don't know if I
It's
could
so creepy, but also
deal
I
with
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go in the tunnels.
Yeah. Now they're not used for any of that.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, maybe they are,
They
but
probably are.
they say they're used for storage now.
Well, that's
So.
boring.
Yeah. So back to the speakeasy for a second. It was shut down by the police in 1931,
Oh,
unfortunately. But they resumed business when Prohibition ended 2 years later. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were only shut down for 2 years.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah. They also had slot machines from 1935 to 1940.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and they were the only ones ever in Flagstaff.
Whoa.
And I think they were technically illegal too, but
They probably
I
were.
don't know. Yeah, so moving forward a little bit, in the 1940s and 50s, Western movies became popular, and this is Arizona, so, you know, they're shooting the cowboy movies out there.
Yeah.
Remember I said, like, John Wayne visited the hotel? He actually was one of the first to report seeing ghosts in the hotel.
No way.
Yeah, in the 1950s.
What? That blows my mind, actually.
Yeah.
Wait,
that, like,
I'm sure you're gonna get there, but people must have died here if it's haunted.
yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll get there. But
In the tunnels? No,
I
keep
think
going, keep going.
not all of the ghosts are like accounted for, like how they died, but some of them are.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, John Wayne, he was one of the first to report ghosts, and he said that the spirit was friendly. He just saw it in his room. So
Yeah, no
there's just
big
like
deal.
a ghost in there,
Just-
and he's like, "Oh, you're nice."
He's nice. He's my friend.
Okay, and moving forward even more, in the 1970s, there was a bank robbery nearby.
Ooh.
And after successfully robbing the bank, the three men who robbed the bank, they stopped at the Monte Vista to get a drink. They're like, "Oh yeah, we got all this money, now let's just go get a drink."
Makes
Instead of
complete sense to
fleeing.
me.
But one of them unfortunately had a gunshot wound.
Oh, and he still wanted to go drink?
Yeah. I guess he didn't think it was that bad, but he did end up dying there.
Oh no. Wait,
Bef-
in the hotel?
Yes.
At the bar?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm thinking about the people in this bar, just seeing a guy bleeding out. And I'm just like,
He's just like, one more round, please. That's
right.
He's like, can it be on the house? Well, it's gonna be. 'Cause-
I think
Wow.
the story goes, like, he didn't even take a sip.
No, wow. How did he
Like,
not?
either-
Or maybe he did know, and he just like,
Right.
nobody can save me. Let's go get a
I
drink.
know. Yeah, either it was that or, like, his friends weren't going to help him get
hope
to
it
the
wasn't
hospital or
that.
something, or I don't know.
Wow.
So, yeah, he is now one of the ghosts at the hotel.
Aw.
One manager at the bar said that he would hear a voice saying hello or good morning when opening every day.
Oh. I mean, that's so sweet, but I would be so scared.
Right. I mean, you might get used to it. I don't know.
Maybe. You're just like, yeah, oh, good morning to you too, ghost.
Yeah. Like, I don't really have experience with ghosts, but
I mean, I do, but none that say good morning to me every morning.
Yeah. So they hear him say that, and they also, other people sitting in the lounge, they feel his presence while they're having a drink. Sorry.
You're
They
good.
think that this presence could be the robber or it could be another ghost because there have been shootings in the past at the hotel, supposedly.
What? Why? Why?
Like cowboy shootouts? I don't know.
Man, cowboys are crazy.
Right? And like just bar fights, I guess.
True. All the alcohol. It's no bueno.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. The illegal alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess those are ghosts that are unaccounted for. Like, they don't even know who they could be. They're just like, they just died here. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
So there are other things that are reported, such as spirits just making noise. They move furniture around, make sudden appearances. Some will ring the telephone in the lobby.
What?
Yeah, and
Spooky.
some of the ghosts will like knock stuff down. Just,
How
knock 'em
destructive
down.
and for what?
Yeah, right. Just for fun. And there is band music coming from the second floor lobby when there's no band playing.
Okay. That's freaky.
I know. I know, like what I wonder what they're playing. Like
Yeah, right? I hear it and I go on the Spotify and like hold it down to hear what it is.
yeah. Yeah, you just should Shazam it.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
what it's
what
called.
it was? The staff, like, they're used to all this stuff happening, so they like just joke about it though. So
That's so wild. See, I want to
yeah.
work somewhere that's haunted. I think that sounds very fun.
I know. See, because if all your coworkers believe it too, and they're just like all having fun with it, then
Yeah. That's
you know,
fun.
yeah,
All right, next
just make
job.
friends.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
on the interview. Yeah, so is it haunted? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, never mind. Sorry, this one's not for me.
Okay, so there are a few of the hotel rooms, besides like just the lobby area, that are haunted as well. So, some of the rooms have names to them. So like they all have numbers, obviously, but then some of them are named like after the people who have stayed there.
Oh, that's weird. Is there a John Wayne room?
I don't
Lame.
know. There should be, but I didn't write that down. So. Okay, room 210, which is also called the Zane Grey room, which I don't really even know who that is. But
No, me neither.
guests say that they were woken up by a phantom bellboy.
Ooh.
So
Spooks
they'll
McGooks.
yeah they'll just be hearing knocks on the door in the middle of the night, and then they hear something say that room service has arrived.
What? What? That is
Yeah.
creepy.
Like before they even open the door, they're like room service, and then they open the door and nobody's there.
Ew, that just gave me actual chills.
Yeah. And then people have even like looked around the corner like, is somebody there? And nobody's there. Like it's just completely empty.
Creepy.
Creepy. There's also an elevator operator ghost. I guess people might think that it's an actual real person and then they realize, oh, that was a ghost.
Oh, see, I love ghosts like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I would love to know after the fact that something was a ghost. Like, if I didn't know in the moment, that would be the best for
know.
me.
Yeah. Or what if you realize like halfway through talking to it?
No, that would freak me. I would like probably have a panic attack. I would be like, oh my God, it's a ghost.
Yeah. There's also a woman who wanders the halls outside of this room, room 210. And the hotel avoids putting guests with dogs in this room because they'll go crazy and like tear up the room
What?
because they're
Ooh,
so
they
scared.
did not like her.
Yeah, or the bellboy. I don't know. It's the same room. So. But also, I heard another thing that said that they don't even let pets in. So I don't really know about that one. But
Interesting.
there's mixed messages about that. Um, okay, so the next room is room 220. So a few down from the other one. Uh, this one's really creepy. So, in the early 1980s, somebody lived in this room long term,
Mm-hmm.
and he reportedly hung raw meat from the chandelier.
Why?
I don't know.
Ew.
So, like, because of this, people call it the meat room.
Ew. Ew.
Like, he just hung up meat. I don't know.
That is so
He
weird.
honestly didn't really do anything else, but it's like, that's still creepy. Like, why would you do that?
Like, why would you do that? I literally have. I mean, maybe he just didn't have anywhere else to put his meat. You know?
I guess, but like, I don't know. Um, so since he was living there long term, he ended up dying in the room, unfortunately,
Oh.
and his body was not found for a few days.
Oh no. In the meat chandelier.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, they cleared it all out and everything, and now this room, people can go and stay in it again. Um, People who stay in this room will hear coughing and like other noises like that in this room, I guess because he was probably sick.
Mm-hmm.
And one time a maintenance man was making repairs in the room, and he turned the light off and locked the door, and then he came back 5 minutes later. The lights were back on, the bed sheets were off, and the TV was on at full blast.
Oh, that's no. I don't really like that at all.
Yeah, and this has happened to guests too. So
No. What would you do if that happened if you were staying at a hotel?
I don't know.
Oh, absolutely not.
I would assume that it was
A
not a
person.
ghost. Yeah,
Yeah, I
just a
mean that's
regular
bad too
person.
though.
Mm-hmm.
I would
And then I
really
would
freak
just
out.
go and yell at the hotel and be like,
Somebody's
somebody
in my
came in my
room.
room.
They're like, no, that's just a ghost boy.
Right. They just blame it on the ghost, but it's really just a housekeeper and
Yeah.
does a bad job. Okay. So the next one is the Gary Cooper room.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I couldn't find the number for it. It's just the Gary Cooper room.
Yeah, so here's 201, 202, Gary Cooper room.
Right, right. So people feel like somebody's watching them in this room.
Ew, I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Me too. It is said that there were two ladies of the night, who were killed in this room.
No. By
Yeah.
Gary?
I don't know. I
Oh.
maybe. I don't really know why it's called Gary Cooper, but maybe. And they were thrown out the window.
What?
Yeah.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Wait, how many
Yeah.
stories was it?
I don't know because I don't know the room number.
Oh, yeah. Gary Cooper. Oh, no.
Maybe the second floor. I don't know.
Dang.
So yeah, the two ladies, they have been seen in the pool hall and the lounge of the hotel.
What? That's sad
And
for
I guess
them.
that room too. But
Wow.
I have one more room to talk about. Room 305. And in here a woman is sitting in a rocking chair.
Oh, no. I hate rocking chair ghosts.
Why?
It's just the creepiest thing. It's
It's
like
just a
in all the
category.
horror movies. Yeah, no. That's creepy.
I'm gonna be the rocking chair ghost.
You would be the rocking chair ghost.
It's so, I mean, rocking chairs are nice. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I love a rocking chair.
See?
But it's creepy if you're invisible and you're a ghost and it's just
I'm gonna
rocking.
be sitting in my rocking chair knitting.
You're ghost knitting.
Yes.
That's fun.
Okay. So she's sitting in a rocking chair, and if the chair is moved, it will reappear in the same spot next to the
What?
window.
She's like, stop moving my chair.
Right. She's like, I need it here. Stop.
Honestly, that's just your ghost.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I need it in the same spot. It's a perfect spot. Okay, and I have one more little thing. In the basement of the hotel, people will hear a baby crying.
Why?
'Cause, I don't know. There's a
That's a
baby on
demon.
there, I guess.
No. That's a demon because demons will sometimes like use like baby voices to like like make draw people in.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah. That's facts. It's mostly the hotel staff that hears it because,
Ew.
I mean, no one's really gonna go down there except for the staff.
Yeah.
Um,
And me
and
when I go to this hotel.
right. But the staff will like run away from it because it gets louder and louder and louder.
Ew, stop. That would really freak me out.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. So, anyways, that is the Hotel Monte Vista
Okay, but I
in
have so many
Arizona.
questions. Okay, first of all, I want to go. I want to go so bad. I want to stay, honestly, in Gary's room.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah, I don't know
You
why. I
want him to
just
mess all your stuff up?
no, but I feel like that's like the biggest chance of something happening to me. But I
Oh
also
wait,
want to
that's
go to the
not.
tunnels. You feel me?
That's actually. Wait, I messed it up. That's not Gary's room.
Oh, well, whatever.
Gary's room was the one with the ladies of the night.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, okay.
But I also just
Okay.
like it just because the name is the Gary room.
Yeah,
So,
Gary Cooper.
yeah. Love it. Well, that was a very good story.
I want to stay in probably the one where like a bellboy will knock on the door.
Yeah, no, that's fun too. That's fun too.
Because it's like they're not really doing anything, but they do interact with you. So,
True. True, very
like, I don't
true.
want them to come in and mess up all my stuff, but
No, I don't want that room. I
yeah,
definitely don't want that room. That's bad vibes. Very bad vibes.
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. Judy's really gonna have to write that one in the list because also I want to go to Arizona.
Right. Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, I've always wanted to go over to like the deserty
Yeah,
areas
me
of the
too.
US. Um, and also, do you know what I'm about to say? Arizona is where Bella Swan is from.
Oh my god, every episode, there's no doubt about it. Twilight is getting mentioned.
Listen, I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely knew that was coming. Um, yeah, so yeah, we have to go there because Bella in this
Hmm.
hotel.
Yeah, definitely.
Very fun. Well, that was very good. I'm completely switching the vibe.
Oh
No,
god.
see, normally you don't have the haunted, but I love it when we switch it up. This week for you, I have a mystery. Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
And we know how I hate mysteries. So
Right, because you need an ending,
yeah, I
but
need the answers. But I don't have the answers for you yet again. So today I am covering the mystery of the Copper Scroll treasure. Dun
oh,
dun
what?
dun. Honestly, I feel like that it literally the whole story is gonna sound made up and fake, but I promise it's real. Like, it's
Okay.
real. It really is real. Like I just feel like the Copper Scroll treasure sounds like a movie,
Yeah, it kind of
and
does.
the whole story I'm about to tell you sounds like a movie, but it's real. It really
It's
is.
giving like the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, it's
Why did I
giving
say that
Nicolas
so weird?
Cage.
I definitely said that wrong.
It's okay.
It's
We
okay.
we knew what you meant. National treasure,
Yeah.
the Declaration of Independence. Okay, declaration is a very hard word to say.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's really hard to say.
Yeah,
But
especially for
yeah,
us who
National
can't.
Treasure. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes. Oh yes. Well, let's get into it because there is a lot of treasure to be found. We can pull a national treasure because this treasure has not been found. As to obviously why this is a mystery. So,
Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right. I didn't really think about
yeah.
that.
So, I'm going to set the scene. We are in 1952, which honestly I would assume would be way earlier than that, talking about some scrolls. But,
Yeah, really.
yeah,
1950s.
yep, 1952 in the Qumran National Park in Israel. So, a group of archaeologists were working in this national park on this like tall, dry plateau area of it, and they found this copper scroll. And so it was in the back. So I don't know why they're named this, but it was in the back of Cave 3. So
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the third cave, but I'm like, you couldn't come up with a better name than Cave 3. So yeah, the scroll was found in the back, very deep within Cave 3, in the Qumran National Park. And so this copper scroll is actually one of many scrolls that are
Oh.
known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, I
Oh my
mean,
god.
yeah. Like, I literally just feel like I'm reading the script of the Pirates of the Caribbean to you right now.
Right. Yeah, no, that it is giving that vibe
It
too.
is, but I promise
I've
this is real.
definitely I've heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls,
Yes.
probably from Pirates of
Yeah,
the
I think
Caribbean.
so. No, I think I remember history class too. I feel like I learned about some scrolls. Um,
Yeah.
so the the other Dead Sea Scrolls were actually found by other people, and they were written on parchment or papyrus. But the copper scroll is obviously written on metal. And so scientists tested the copper scroll, and it is copper mixed with about 1% tin. So it was
Okay.
real copper.
How is copper in a scroll?
Yeah, okay, so it's like it was hammered down very, very, very thin. So you're gonna have to look at the pictures on our Instagram to see. But yeah, I was wondering the same thing because I was picturing like a very thick. No, it's like very thin. So when the
Okay.
archaeologist found it, it was actually what they thought was two scrolls, two copper scrolls. But it was actually just one big scroll that had actually torn in half
Oh.
because like obviously metal is gonna, it cannot be rolled, it's not supposed to be rolled like a scroll,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
who decided to do that? They should
I
have just used paper.
honestly, I maybe they're like it needs to last longer, I don't know. I don't know why they chose to do it, but they did.
Huh. Okay.
So yeah, so when they found it, it was two scrolls. And so obviously it's like, why are the Dead Sea Scrolls written on paper basically versus this one's made of metal? Um, so obviously, this one, the copper one, is far more important than the other ones, or at least you would assume that because it's made of metal.
Yeah. It's
Um,
like it's the one that's different, so you would think that it's
exactly,
more important or
exactly.
something. I don't know.
So on the OG scrolls, which is what I'm going to refer to as the paper ones from here on out,
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
yeah,
sense.
they were more of like a literary work of like stories and dates of like the people of the time in the area. But what was on the copper scroll, you may ask? Well, it is a list of 64 places where various items of gold and silver are buried or hidden. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun. So 64 places. Locations.
why would they? Who spread it out that much?
Um,
64.
whoever wrote, whoever did the scroll, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Um, so I also don't think I mentioned earlier that these scrolls were written in Hebrew. So obviously
Okay.
had to be translated. And oh, also fun fact. This is a very fun fact. The copper scroll is the only scroll that's made out of metal in the world. Probably
Oh,
because
wow.
it's very hard.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, who makes a scroll out of metal? Literally no one except for these
Literally,
people.
literally, because that's so dumb. No
Mm-hmm.
hate to whoever made the copper scroll, but I'm just saying, dumb.
Yeah.
So, um, as we know, the copper scroll is one big scroll that was broken into when they found it. And today, so after they got it like to whatever museum preservation place they had to take it to, they, the scientists and other whatever people, decided that to preserve it fully, the only way they were going to be able to do that is if they like cut it into a bunch of different pieces because like it was just deteriorating being rolled up like that. So, yeah, it's a bunch of slices now, and it's in a museum in Jordan, or not in Jordan,
See,
called Jordan something.
now I'm just thinking of that TikTok sound. It's enough slices.
It's enough slices. Yes. So the
So
copper
like the
scroll
same thing.
today is enough slices.
Yeah, okay.
Um, so, while oh wait, no, I've jumped ahead too far. So I'm not going to go too deep into the history because that much. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not the History Channel.
Right. I feel
So,
you.
I won't do that. But basically, long story short, archaeologists and scientists have determined that the OG paper scrolls come from the Essens. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but basically that is an ancient Jewish sect of the second century AD. So like a group of
Okay.
Jewish people in Palestine. But what they found once they sliced it to pieces and started like deciphering it, what it said, was that the copper scroll actually did not appear to be written in the same time period as the Dead Sea Scrolls. So
Oh.
actually, I lied to you, and it's not a Dead Sea Scroll. It's completely different.
But that's what they thought
Yeah,
originally.
because they were found in like the same place.
Yeah.
But no, the Copper Scroll was written later than the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Okay.
So completely different time period. Bunch of scrolls. I guess scrolls were like the thing of the time.
Yeah.
Um, I've said scrolls so many times now it does not even sound right. So to this day, we don't actually know who wrote the scroll. So if anybody knows, let me know. Um,
Yeah, just email it in. We know there's somebody researching it out there.
exactly, exactly. Um, but anywho, on to the real mystery and what we all are here for, the treasure. Um, so as I said, the scroll is an inventory of 64 locations, and yeah, so 63 of them say that the treasure is gold and silver, which, and it does say like the amount, and I'm not doing the calculations because it was not in dollars. It was in whatever, don't even remember. Oh, they're called talents, is what they're
Okay.
called. So, it's been estimated just in weight to be literally tons, like tons of just metal, like silver and gold.
What?
So, and for example, one singular location on the scroll describes 900 talents of gold, and today that translates to 868,000 ounces of gold. And that's one location.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, over 4,600 pieces of precious metal is listed on the scroll. And today, do you want to know how much it would be worth if we were to find this whole treasure?
Yes, yes.
Far, far over $1 billion. Like, it's big money. Big.
That's insane. Literally, what? I don't get why people would just bury their treasure back
Me
in the
neither.
day.
Girl, if I when I get the treasure, whatever treasure that may be, I'm not burying it. I'm spending it all.
Right. Like, why did they not
I
go and
really
spend
don't.
it? They're like, oh, nobody can have it. We're
It's
burying it.
beyond me. But also, somebody can have it because here's a scroll that lists the locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird. It's
I don't
really weird.
understand.
Sorry. So, obviously, after this was found, this scroll in 1952, people were like, we got to go find this treasure because we need the money. So, countless people have set sail to find these treasures, but the clues as to where the treasure is, obviously, it's not easy. Of course, it's not easy. It's $1 billion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nobody has ever found the treasure, and that is because of how obscure the clues are. So, literally, the scroll, when I say there's 64 locations, I mean there's 64 clues, basically.
Okay.
Basically, we're in Nancy Drew.
Okay.
So, for example, one line of the scroll reads, quote, "In the salt pit that is under the steps, 41 talents of silver." The next one, "In the cave, over the old washer's chamber, on the third terrace, 65 ingots of gold." Like, what?
Literally, that's what I'm thinking.
Like, literally,
What?
what? What? And the scroll has no starting point, no location to like, so like there's kind of just no way. Like in the salt pit that's under the steps, First of all,
Okay.
what is a salt pit? Like, is it being literal or are they being like figurative?
Yeah.
Like, I literally don't know. And
Hmm.
so, um, yeah.
Would they not just start where the caves were?
Oh, they have. Oh, they have.
Like, that's what I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's your starting point.
Um,
And then, I don't know. And I bet whoever wrote it, like, was like, this is going to be so obvious. I know all these places. And then it
exactly,
was not.
exactly, exactly. And also, before I get into like one of the biggest like searches, I feel like it's also entirely possible to think like that, like during like if it is literal, like it's in the salt pit, like if during whatever time period that was that they wrote this, somebody could have found it, the treasure, at least some of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so it might not be there anymore. We really have no way of knowing.
Mm-hmm.
But in 1962, so a year after it was found, archaeologist John Allegro and his team set up a very extensive treasure hunt where they excavated a bunch of potential burial sites that were listed on the scroll that they had like mapped out. And they started at the cave and, went out and they just had, it was from a college. So like they had it all planned out basically. Unfortunately, he came back completely empty handed. Not anything. No further
Oh
clues. Like
my.
literally nothing. Not even a hint of anything was found.
Oh my God.
So,
I would be so depressed.
oh,
Like, that's
oh,
crazy.
I would be so imagine like months and months of your time just searching and just nothing, not a single
Mm-hmm.
thing. Mm-mm. I'd be angry. Um, but that didn't stop other treasure seekers from following his lead and trying to go find it. Obviously, they also came back empty-handed because the treasure's still out there, allegedly. Um, but because John Allegro and his team did not find a single thing in their like year search, it led them to conclude like because obviously they wrote a big paper, obviously, after they did all this, and they concluded that they believe that there's no treasure at all. Um,
Like, there never was, or it's
like
just
there
not
never
there.
was.
Oh,
That's what they
okay.
think. They think that there never was. And honestly, would
Okay.
that not be the greatest prank of all time? To have,
Yeah,
because like,
honestly.
there's one scroll. It's made of metal, so it looks super fancy, and you're like, this is like important. And then you look at it, and it's like, oh, here's a treasure chest. I mean, not a treasure chest, a treasure map. Go find it. Like, that's so funny. I would really do that. Like,
Let's do it.
like that's what I'm
Let's make
saying.
something that
That's what
people
I'm
in
saying.
thousands of years will find.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's so funny. Like, if
Yeah.
people back then, back when ever it was, because nobody knows when it was, like, if they had that sense of humor. Like, I love that. So yeah, that's possible. Or it's also possible, and this is what most scientists and like people who study this like agree upon is that they think that the Romans uncovered the treasure when they came and destroyed the Temple of Herod. So like they kind of came and like overthrew the city where like the cave
Mm-hmm.
is. And so they think that when they did that, they kind of like they basically burned it to the ground. So like there was
Oh,
nothing left after the Romans went through. So they think they either like found it and took it with them or like completely covered it up and like it was just there was no chance of ever seeing it again, you know?
yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah. So that's kind of sad that people, think that. But cuz I don't want to just that to be the answer. Like that's a sad that's
I
sad
know.
if that's the answer.
See, I have a third option, unless you do too.
No, go ahead. What is it?
Okay, so, all these people are out here looking for it.
Mhm.
Is it possible somebody has actually found it
And
but
didn't
just didn't tell
say.
anyone?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did think about that too. And I mean, that's completely possible because honestly, like I've always said, like if I won the lottery, I would be like one of those people who are anonymous because I wouldn't want people to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So honestly, if I found the treasure, no, I would tell. There's no way I could keep it a secret.
I mean, also though, like, could you even keep it a secret?
Yeah,
Because
like
wouldn't you have to like
you have bricks
have
of
the
gold.
gold transported and stuff? And
And we're gonna have to honestly ask John B from the Outer Banks show
Right,
because he would
right.
know. Yeah. Which I guess it's possible, but I feel like that would be really hard unless you know somebody who can like melt gold and turn it into money.
Yeah, yeah.
So possibly. Um, so I actually did find another very interesting thing. So there was this professor named Jesper Hogenhaven
Okay.
who teaches at the University of Copenhagen, and he also spent like a lot of his life studying this scroll and the Dead Sea Scrolls, like just all of them. And he actually found reference to a duplicate, and that's what he
Oh,
wrote in his like writings. So we're not 100% certain what that means, but what we think that it means is that that professor thought that there was a duplicate version of the scroll that is actually far more detailed and like way more accurate. Like that there are two scrolls and this one was like the hard level and that there's an easy level scroll.
oh.
So do we think that really exists? I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe he was just hoping that existed for himself. But if it is out there, we need to go find it because we need this treasure.
Yeah.
And that's what I know. And also, so due to the current political situation in the region, like where the scrolls were found, it's very difficult to get permission to do any serious excavation work there today. So that's why like, they're not
Oh,
working on it right now. Because obviously people still want to go out there and look. Because I mean, since 1952, we really haven't not been looking that long. You know, like it is possible that it's still out there. So yeah, the search right now is at a standstill. But who knows? Like they could really like if like the political issues there like get better, like people could go out like we could go out there looking for it, you know? Like I don't know.
can you imagine us just going out there and like, how do you even look? You just like walk around and
No, you
try to
definitely
find
like
it.
need to like dig and like have like a metal detector at least.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm still picturing those movies like where you just crawl through the tunnels and go and find
Yeah.
it.
I'm picturing us in just a big open desert with metal detectors. And we're like, it's
Yeah.
hot.
That's definitely the more boring way, but that's probably the more realistic way.
I'm just imagining us in a desert and that is really funny.
Yeah.
Um
We'd be
so
like, "It's hot. Let's go
right, we're
home.
like, I'm thirsty.
It's
Like,
too sandy
I'm
here.
bored. Like
Too
I
much
would
sand."
I have no patience. I would give up after 30 minutes of looking.
Literally, I would be like, "I cannot walk in the sand."
You would have to have like one of those sand like rovers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, yeah.
But one last thing is that as I said, the copper scrolls were sliced and diced into a bunch of different pieces so that they would like survive. And all of the pieces are available to see at the Jordan Museum in Amman. So you can go see the scrolls for yourself and I would love to, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
that would be cool.
yeah. So yeah, that is the mystery of the copper scroll treasure.
Wow. See, I love hearing about these treasures, but I do want to know where it is.
It just makes
Like,
myself like to know that there are a bunch of missing treasures. Like, guys, come on, we're not
I
looking hard enough.
know.
You feel me?
Right. Like,
Like,
what if you're looking for one treasure and come across another one?
okay, now
Like
that would be amazing.
that's what it seems like could happen, like the amount of treasures I hear about.
I know. Like, am I sitting on a treasure right now and I just don't know?
Right. Like
Who knows?
there's a North Carolina mountain hidden treasure.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Oh yeah, the Dina story.
Oh yeah, I
Remember
actually forgot
that?
about that.
That okay? We said that on the podcast too.
Yeah,
That
if
okay?
anybody remembers.
Yeah, I do. Wow. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I forgot we have a treasure to find our own. Like actually, like
Everyone's like, "Wait, we don't remember what's happening."
if you don't remember what's happening, we had an episode where my bestie and roommate Dina came on here and told us an actual mystery from her actual family that like literally on her property in North Carolina there is like known to be rubies which are worth a lot of money buried on the property somewhere. So
Yeah, so we need to go out there
so
and
we need to
find
go
that
aka
first.
yeah, we need to go find our treasure.
Yeah.
Technically Dina's, but if I found a ruby, I would keep it for myself.
Right. Like, I would keep at least one. Like, come on.
Exactly. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all. It makes me mad that I don't have the answers. I wish I could know at least if it was actually still out there or if somebody already got it.
I know.
Because I think that's what bothers me more. Like, if it was out there, like, at least I would know. Like, it's out there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. But you're definitely going to want to go to our Instagram this week for many reasons, but also to see what this scroll looks like. Because I was not expecting it to look like the way it does.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yes. So,
And then you can also see pictures of the Hotel Monte Vista.
yes.
And our new logo.
Yeah.
Which you're probably
yeah.
looking at right now, but it's okay.
Yeah. True. That's crazy. Because as we're recording this, nobody knows.
I know. I'm so excited.
Evil laughter because I'm excited. But okay, well, see you next week and happy anniversary.
Cue the music.